That's the biggest thing that people have so hard to write down where they want to be, where they
Yeah.
want to go. They have so hard. And when you can't write it down and don't know where you're going, nothing will happen.
Hello and welcome to Pillars of Wealth Creation, where we talk about creating financial success with a special focus on business and real estate. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer. Now, let's get to it. Hey, welcome to the show. I'm your host, Todd Dexheimer, and with me, excited to have Mikael Avatar. Michael, how are you doing today?
Fine. Thank you for being on the show today. It would be
Absolutely.
interesting.
Well, appreciate you joining me and a little bit about Michael. He's a resilience coach, Paralympic world record holder in the long jump in Atlanta in 1996. So that's super cool. He's the creator of the Mikael Avatar method, daily 1% pauses that turn life into chaos and joyful legacy. And I think it's super important to know that Michael was born dead for 45 minutes. He's got cerebral palsy, but he defies odds. He sailed the Atlantic at 20 and done a ton of amazing stuff, which we'll dive into. Coached over 1,000 clients, inspired hundreds of thousands of people through his keynotes. He's a painter as well, so painted thousands of artworks, and man, just a lot of great stuff. So, without further ado, give us maybe a bit more. If I've missed anything that you think is really important, and then we'll just dive into the meat and potatoes.
No, and that's a good framework to start with. That's perfect.
Well, awesome. So talk to me. You've got this 12-week intensive, like people can join. Well, give me a little bit of a breakdown of what that's about and what are you trying to, who's coming to you and saying, hey, I need your help.
It was like this. I came home from Paralympic in 1996, and I thought really something should happen when I left the airplane. Some magical appearance or whatever. But I was so empty inside. I have made it, to break a world record in front of 68,000 people. That's not so many people who do in a lifetime.
Yeah.
But I was so empty inside. So I started my new road of athletics, searching how do I fill this emptiness. So that was the beginning of the Mikael Avatar method, because I meet so many people. They are successful, they have the money, they have whatever, but they are empty inside. Probably because they have achieved the goal, but not set a new goal. So they just continue, and this emptiness grow and grow. So what this method is about really for 12 weeks is to find new way of seeing your life. That's my goal. The first people I had them for 9 months, 12 months, but that's too long. So I had to adjust, and now most people can do it in 12 weeks. That's like a intro to the avatar method.
Yeah. Love it. You said you felt empty. You felt empty after winning uh, a medal and winning gold, world record. Like, take me through that. Why did you feel empty? Like, that seems like such an accomplishment.
I think I used all my energy, everything I had, uh, even if I rested 3, 4 months after the Olympic. I mean, we train like mad people. I mean, 60, 80 hours a week. That was the normal tempo for me at that time. That's a lot of hours physical training. So I didn't have a plan.
Hmm.
I think that's the biggest thing. I only had the Olympic, and it was empty, nothing more. What should I be? So I found after a couple of years art, and then I could feel this wow again. Oh, this, tingling in your stomach or whatever. So after the emptiness at Olympic, that was, I think, goal setting. I didn't plan after. It was like the end of life.
Yeah.
I have no clue. And that created this emptiness. Yeah. I think that's the best description what I can give you. Have you felt something similar, Todd?
Man, I can't say that I have, but I get where you're going, why that would be the case. I mean, you created this identity around what you were doing, and you won. You got to the peak, and it's like if your only goal in life is to scale the mountain, and you get to the top of the mountain, then what's left in life? Right?
Yeah.
And that's what it sounds like happened to you. Your goal. This was a big goal. This is what your identity was maybe just completely focused around, and all your energy was set to that. And then you achieve that goal, and it's like, okay, well, now what's next? Right? That it was cool. It's cool to say that, but like
Yeah.
now what's next?
Yeah. I mean, I was like, isn't there something more?
Yeah.
Should it happen something magical? And I could, the first 2, 3 Olympics after, I couldn't watch TV. It was like, no, it was so, um, it was like a trauma. And
Mm.
that's why I call it face mask off. Because when you are your true identity, something else happened. Michael, Michael was the long jumper, but today I'm something else.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that at that time. That's why it was so empty and no direction. What do I do now? I have no, I had no clue.
Mm.
And this is the kind of people uh, that I work with because they are high achievers
Yeah.
and they are successful in their field, maybe not an Olympic, whatever, but they have worked 10, 15,000 hours in their field and they have gone beyond what they thought was possible. And to set a new goal from that point, that's not easy.
Yeah.
That's not easy.
Let's talk about that. There's a lot of people that, and I would say maybe I have felt that a little bit, where you feel a little bit stuck. And so I wouldn't maybe equate it to exactly what you went through, but maybe similar. in some forms, right? So you feel you feel like you're maybe kind of stuck in the ruts. And so how do you navigate that as a business owner, as a high achiever? You know, when you've achieved a lot, you've done a lot, but you feel like there's more, but you're not sure how to get there. Again, you're just, how can you navigate through that feeling like you're stuck in a rut and that you're spinning your tires over and over and over again. And no matter what you do, you don't feel like you're accomplishing anything new.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I have an indicator that when I take a step back and then I think, oh, I having fun, question number one. And normally when I got stuck like that, similar to you, I don't have fun. That means I have to change my angle. Because if I'm not having fun, what's the point?
Yeah.
There's no point.
Yeah.
so, so, so that's the indicator. And when you have a step back and you know you don't have fun, then you have to think, okay, what do I need to have fun?
Mm.
What's my things? And when you put those things into the business process, nearly every time it works because then it's uh, you're not so stressed. You can relax more and you can enjoy the ride. Sure, you have to push it sometimes, but this element of laughing, have good company, see them, you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
mostly I take a step back.
Mm. Yeah. I mean, when you're having fun, first of all, yeah, like you said, like sometimes you're gonna have to push, and sometimes it's gonna be a lot of work, and
Yeah.
you might have some bumps along the way. It's not like it's fun every single last
No,
time, but that's
no,
what, to me, that's actually what creates some of the fun, is to have a little bit of hurdles along the way, and to be able to have some bumps and bruises, but you still have to
yeah,
have a positive kind of outlook and be grateful for what you're going through at that time. But I think that does create a lot of the fun on it. You know, so obviously if you're going through too much, maybe it's not quite so much fun, um,
no,
but challenges create excitement, which create fun.
yeah. So, and I really loved doing sport. It
Mm.
was like the number one thing that I loved so much.
Yeah.
And I told people the day I don't love it, the day I don't enjoy it, I will stop. And that day came, and I have never going back because without that passion, that drive, you can't go. You can't achieve that. You have to have that inner whatever, unstoppable. You don't even see the bumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whichever way you pick in life, you have bumps. But if you have this extra drive, you don't see them. You
Mm.
just both fix them. You you are so passionate and you are in the flow. You understand, Todd, what I mean. Then everything is working. But then you have these plateaus that comes in. Yeah, it's very complicated process. Uh, but passion, having fun, that's two key elements, I think, whatever you want to create in life.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. You've got a 5 steps to joyful legacy. What is it? First of all, what does a joyful legacy mean to you?
Your legacy means that I go up every morning and I feel free.
Mm,
I can use my time how I want. Right now, I do pods. I I have goals with the pods. I had goals with my paintings. I had goals with YouTube, and I do them in 100. But that's another discussion. So this is like a freedom. It's not with economic. It's not with food on the table and so on. It's like a feeling in your body like you are in 100% control. And when you are in that stage, somebody calls you that's not on the same level, they will hang up.
yeah.
They will not come into your world. The people who come into your world, they are similar situation, similar energy, whatever you want to call it. That's how I should describe it. What do you think about that, Todd?
Yeah, that's beautiful. Yes, that's awesome. I love that definition. So five, you've got 5 steps. Maybe take me through a couple of those steps to building this joyful legacy, because I think everybody wants what you just described. I mean, that's
Okay,
amazing.
if we take this one, um, to have that, if you have to be in phase, you call it phase, with your goal and yourself.
Hmm.
And you have to know yourself, your capacity, and where you want to go. And when they are like in together, then everything goes smoothly. But we get influenced by other stuff and we try to go in another direction. And even if we want to go that way, that's interesting. And then we can get lost. But when you're in phase with yourself, everything falls in place.
Mm.
And you just move forward. I don't know. Um, I'm not native speaking, so it's very hard to explain. But I think you get what I'm meaning. It's like it's like a gearbox with the right oil, the right everything is working,
Yeah,
nothing is broken, and it's just you put number one, number two, number three. It's perfect in line.
yeah,
That's one of the uh, other elements in this. Because many people, they maybe know where they are going with their work, but where are you going with your family, with your hobby, with your cat, with your dog? Where are you going? That normally people have no idea.
mm.
Okay, I tell you a
Very true.
short story.
Yeah.
I tell yeah, as an example, we had this wild cat at the back. And every time you come out, it runs away. It's not even close. So my goal was, okay, I will practice. So I want this cat to sit in my lap voluntarily. So that was my goal, not
Yep.
the cat's goal, my goal. So I tried to walk out there. Don't look at the cat because then they run away. So it took me months to be creative to let this cat come
Yeah.
closer, closer. I think it took 7 or 8 months. I mean, it was a challenge, but I was committed. And my ex-wife, she told me, the cat sit in my lap, and she said, "How did you do that?" But you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
I had goals in different areas of life that challenged me, that's inspirational. Some of them I don't achieve, but the cat is an example that nobody cares. But for me, it was important.
Yep.
And when it happened, it was more joyful than world records. I mean, you understand, it was wow. Wow.
Yeah. The cat didn't want to sit in your lap, but you sure wanted the cat to sit in your lap. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
so
That's
that's an example
yeah.
of a joyful
Mm,
golden day,
mm,
or what I should call it.
yeah. Yeah. That's awesome. Um, you you went through something that a lot of people would just give up on. Talk to me about the grit that or the like just what did it take, or was it just something that just for you you almost died, right? You're bored dead for 45 minutes, and then you create this beautiful life. I mean, it's amazing what you've done. And so many people have so much given to them in life, yet they don't seem to get out of their own way, or they don't seem to be able to get past the first step. Um, talk to me about how did you go from where you started to being a world champion to being a successful business owner to be talking on big stages and in front of hundreds of thousands of people. um, you know how does somebody basically repeat what's your secret sauce? How does somebody repeat what you've already accomplished?
Uh, uh, I think the key in my world, I saw everything is possible. And all the time, I, I grew up in a family where I couldn't be the cerebral palsy guy. They had no time with me. So I
Mm,
grew up without knowing that I even was different.
mm,
I was different when I met other people because they act differently. But I was thinking like any other normal person. And that's why I could change the angle from my perspective. And I still do. So the key for me, and that I learn other people, is to change the angle and see it from a different perspective.
mm,
And when you do that, you will choose in totally other way. I want to be a mountain climber when I was 4 years old.
mm,
My mother told me it's not possible. and you can't make money on that even. But 20 years later, I was a climber instructor,
Wow.
instructor, and I teach people how to climb because my passion was bigger than the obstacle that people thought they had. I even um, fell down and broke my front teeth. So I didn't have, I don't have my teeth. I broke them because I fell down from a cliff. I mean, I'm a doer. I don't think. I think, and then, okay, how do we do this? And then I stopped. Many people, they get stuck because they think too long time and there is no action.
Yeah. So true.
I'm more, I'm more of an action
Yeah.
person. I test. And you can't test 2 times or 10 times. I normally test 100 because when you have done 100, then you have gone through most of the obstacles. You're not good enough, but you will understand enough. If you can be good, you understand the passion behind. So 100 for me, that's the indicator of testing.
Mhm.
Kind of, yeah, something like that.
What what do you do to I 100% I'm on board with what you just said because there's so many people that I see that they just don't take action, right? They have these dreams and they go through all the training they need and more, but they never actually take action. But you also don't want to just take action if you're not prepared. Like you can't go climb a mountain without being in shape. You can't go from
Yeah.
sitting on the couch playing video games, eating potato chips to then climbing up to the top of Mount Everest. That's going to kill you, right? So you still
Yeah.
have to be prepared. So maybe what's your model for how do you prepare yourself, but not let that preparation just sit and stagnate, and you actually turn it into action?
So I can give you a concrete example. I'm very relaxed talking with you. Why? I practice. How did I do that? Yeah, I started with YouTube
Hmm,
10, 12 years ago. So I thought I do 30 YouTube videos in 30 days.
hmm.
And then after half a year, I did 100. I wanted to practice my English. I wanted to practice in front of the camera. The year after, I did 100 live YouTubes in
Oh
a
wow.
100, 100 days in a row. I practice. In half a year, I got my pod agent and he convinced me, oh, let's do 100 pods. So I'm on my way of doing 100 pods.
Hmm.
It
That's
means
awesome.
I don't care if it's good or bad, or I want to do 100 to practice skills.
Yeah.
So that's a different angle. And I'm relaxed. I don't need to be perfect. Uh, you understand what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the difference is you practice, but you don't need to be perfect. So you're getting it. You did the training, you've done the work, but you're still. It's not like you've got it mastered, right?
Hmm.
You're getting better every time. You make mistakes, but at the same time, you're taking action. And I think that's the most important part that the listeners can take is that yeah, you definitely have to prepare. I mean, you did the YouTube videos to prepare, right? You got comfortable getting in front of the camera before you started jumping on a bunch of podcasts. but and that's super important. But it's not like you were perfect. You didn't do 3,000 videos. You didn't get perfect. You didn't get to a point where you're never going to make a mistake. You said, "Okay, I'm ready to go. Let's start
Yeah,
doing the real, the real deal." So that's
yeah.
awesome. Um, what's a mistake? What's a mistake that you've made, and maybe that you see other people commonly make, and how have you learned from it?
I think the biggest thing I meet people, they have no plan.
Hmm.
And if you don't have a plan, you don't have a checklist. And if you want the plane to lift, you have to check everything in the plane before you put on the gas so it can lift. So if you don't have a plan, you don't create a checklist.
Yeah,
So your ideas, they will never fly.
yeah, yeah. That's beautiful.
So, and I used to say, oh, I'm single, I don't have a husband, I don't have a wife or whatever. Okay, so how do you want them to be? What do you mean? Do you have a checklist? What
Mm.
do you mean? Yeah, because if you go out and meeting people, you have to check oh, that's not in. But my first wife in Sweden, she had 43 points, what she wanted in a
Mm.
man. I had only um, 38, 38. Five was missing. I had a list of 23. She had 19 or 20. I don't remember. But then you understand that our checklist, they were nearly perfect. We still talk to each other after 30 years.
Mm.
Still, because he didn't want to come to Thailand to move because I had pains. I had to move to warmer climate.
Mm.
So I think that's the biggest thing I meet. And that's the biggest thing that people have so hard to write down where they want to be, where they
Yeah,
want to go. They have so hard. And when you can't write it down and don't know where you're going, nothing will happen.
yeah. Hard to get there. Hard to get to where you want to go when you don't know where you're going. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, that's great. Um, Michael, you've got your own book. What's the book called?
Um, life reset. It's 5 steps to reset your life. But
Awesome.
I have this I have a second book. It's on my web page now, but you can't download it. I will fix that soon.
Okay. Okay.
So, because that's really uh, life's reset zero. You should really read book number 2 before book number 1.
Hmm. Okay.
But I call it life reset because I have reset my life 3 times. One time after the Olympics. What what do I do now?
Yep.
It's like end of the era. Yeah. And then when I moved to Thailand, that's also a life reset
Mm.
to come to a different continent, different country. How do you appear, act here compared to Sweden? So
Yeah.
it's like a life reset. Yeah. But a life reset don't need to be so drastic.
Yeah.
It can be changing work.
Yeah.
It can be you should buy a different car because you're in a different phase in your life. The old doesn't fit in your new way of living or whatever it is. So it's tips and concrete ideas how to reset things, to start over, get a new way in life, to be, yeah, like that.
Beautiful. Which listeners go take a look at that. But Michael, so beyond that book, what's your favorite book? What's a good book you've either read recently or something that you've enjoyed and that you'd recommend to our listeners?
Um, uh, there is a book, I think her name is Elizabeth Kubler-Ross, and it's Death is Important. And it's about, uh, she is a doctor sitting with people who dies. So she has written a book, I think it's very old, but it's still one of the best books because after that, I wasn't scared of dying.
All right. Check that out. Um, Last question for you. What are your three pillars of wealth creation?
Create freedom from within.
Hmm.
Create freedom in time. So you are free to do whatever you want to do. And with that freedom, create the purpose that you come here to do on this planet.
Love that. That's good. That's good. Look, Michael, really appreciate you joining us on the show. A lot of great insight. Are there any last words before we wrap that you want to leave our listeners with?
Oh, be patient with yourself.
Hmm.
With yourself. Don't
Yeah.
hit yourself. Be patient with yourself.
Yeah.
You will make it.
Yeah. That's good. That's good advice. We, especially in today's world where we want things immediately, social media and like everything just
Yeah.
you feel like everybody has got more than you and it's like we want to get there today. It's yeah,
Yeah.
I like that advice. Michael, how can our listeners learn more about what you're doing and get in touch with you? What's the best way?
I think michaelavatar.com, Michael with a K.
Yep.
And that's my real name in my passport. So michaelavatar.com. Or
Awesome.
search. I think I'm the only one in the world who is named Michael Avatar.
That's that's crazy because there's a lot of Michaels
Yes.
around. So
So if you put them in, what do you call it?
in
I,
Google,
what
yeah,
do you call it? Yeah, yeah, I'm the only one.
perfect. All right. Well, we'll put it in the show notes so listeners can get in touch with you. But Michael, again, really appreciate you. A lot of value you're able to add to this episode, and man, you're an inspiration to me, and I'm sure to our listeners as well. So appreciate you being here, and you have a fantastic rest of the day.
Thank you, Todd, for letting me come.
Hey, thanks so much for listening. I appreciate you being a loyal listener. Say, I would love to have you go on to our Facebook page and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Go on to iTunes or wherever you listen and give us a rating and review. Don't forget to subscribe. But your rating and review just helps us push this out to more and more people and continue to grow our audience and hopefully positively affect a ton of people out there that really need this and want this. So The other thing I've got for you is a free ebook on my website. So go on to venturedproperties.com, and download our free ebook on real estate and on syndication. And I've got some data points in there, some really good stuff for you. So I'd love to have you take a look at that. It's free. I'm not expecting anything from it. And also, look, if you want some help in multifamily, want some help learning, growing, getting your business off the ground, I would love to talk to you about what it would look like to work with me potentially and see if that's a good fit. So you can go to coachwithdex.com and check that out, and we can definitely have a call. Thanks a lot for listening. You make it a fantastic rest of the day. I'll catch you on the next episode.